Hello, Cancer. This is your reading for October 2018. Alright, so this is for Sun, Moon, Rising. But like I always say, you can check out your other signs on your natal chart. If you don't know what that is, Google natal chart. And you just plug in your birth date, where you were born, and the time you were born. And it will bring up everything for you. And astrology will make so much more sense to you once you do that. And you'll actually get a really good understanding of yourself too. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so let's look at the overall energy for October 2018. Alright. So overall energy. Well, it seems like there's been a situation where you feel like it has drained you of your strength. It has drained you of your personal power. And you're trying to get back to the place where you feel like you're in control again. Okay, and so in doing that and getting your control back, you need to take action. You need to go ahead and reflect, meditate on the situations that have been going on recently and how do you need to handle them. Whether do you need to walk away from them, do you need to run towards them, but let spirit drive you. Let spirit be the one to guide you. And as you take or put spirit in the driver's side, pretty much, then you can see the action that you need to take. Then you can see what action, needs to be taken to the situation. And, okay. So, as you do that, it shows that you are going to come out of indecision. So, maybe the situation, you've been dealing with a situation that you've been really indecisive. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I do this? Do I do that? Do I pick red? Do I pick blue? I don't know. And that has you out of your element of like your control, your power, your strength. But as you set that strategy, set that goal, set what you need to do, make sure that in the same place that you are taking time for spirit and that you're helping other people. Because we can help other people in a very vast amount of ways, even just listening to somebody and giving them our honest advice. I mean, that could be really helpful. But that'll definitely help you kind of get back into yourself a little more this month, is try to help other people and get in touch into spirit and where you need to help people. It's definitely going to be a month of change. You have 2 5s already. 5 is about change. You can Google angel numbers, 5-5. But it's all about change. But it's change for the better. But you're going to have to put in work. You're definitely going to have to put in the work to see things change. If you don't want anything to change, then don't do any work on yourself or in your life. Then, that sucks. Alright, so let's get into a more specific of what's going on in the month of October for my Cancers. Alright. Got a new deck I'm working with, so it's kind of hard. I'm trying to break them in. One more shuffle. Alright, good to go. So let's see what you have going on as your present situation, or the main situation that you're focusing on for October. Alright, so there's a situation that has you feel like no victory. Like you've lost all clarity. You're in this kind of state of confusion. It could be a new person that came in that kind of mentally has you messed up on what you should do. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify this. So whatever it is, again, it made you feel like you lost your personal power. You didn't want to be alone. You didn't want to be away from this person. But this person doesn't help you feel like 100% you. and almost like codependent. Yeah, you wanted, you wanted love with this person. You wanted happiness, a family, or, just all around good vibes. But for some reason, it just wasn't happening with this person. Could be a very immature person, or something's just blocking your new beginning. Something is blocking what you wanted to get to. They could be very harsh with their words, or just very inconsiderate. They think about themselves and they're more in their head, but they think about themselves more than they think about you. So in the recent past, okay. So in the recent past, you wanted stability. You wanted stability in this situation. You wanted stability with this person. And they either were too slow in trying to bring it, or they just weren't bringing it at all. And that had you, messed up. Which is why, you had just like all this mental confusion. Because you're trying to figure out all these things. Why is it going on? Why do they do this? Why do they do that? Why can't they change? And it just has you in a real, rough spot. But the good thing is that, you're coming from, even though this has you messed up, you're going to start coming into where you can have the life you want. You know that if you work hard enough on yourself, that you can move away from this situation and get into a more positive space and move towards, what you really want in life. But you're going to have to make a choice. And in that, you might be kind of neglecting. My hair looks stupid as shit. Alright, so you might be neglecting a choice that's really good for you, or looking at one option and kind of not paying attention to the other option. Because maybe this person's not your type. The other option. One looks really good, but one has more, a better heart. But you're like, oh, but that guy is fine. Definitely in the future, or in the near future, whatever makes you feel better, whatever makes you feel more comfortable, whatever is the option that gives you that stability, that's what you're going to want to move towards, Don't ever look at something for its surface appearance or its surface value. I can get us in trouble sometimes. Alright, so that's awesome. So stop fighting for things that are no good for you. Stop fighting for the people that don't fight for you back. Don't fight for situations, or again, people that are not making the effort. You think, well, if I show them how good of a person I am, they'll want to be with me. Well, if I do their laundry and wash their clothes, or, do all this stuff for them, maybe they'll realize how good of an option I am. No. In this instance, sometimes that might work, but in this instance, you need to let go of things that are not meeting you in the middle. If it's not meeting you in the middle, you need to let go of it. And I know it's hard, but you're just going to keep getting more of that if you keep trying to fight for something that's not yours. Kind of the whole thing, if you let it go and if it comes back to it's yours, but if you let it go and it never returns, it wasn't yours. Yeah, it seems like somebody doesn't want to give you the love that you want. They don't want to give you, or they feel like you can't give them the love that they want. And this has you really messed up again mentally, it's really painful, and you just feel like that, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, all this crap has happened, I can't take it anymore, I'm going to freak out. But the thing is that, you need to just, slow down some. You need to just slow down. And this could have been with the Pisces. But you need to slow down and reflect on things. Because you have options coming in. You have new beginnings coming in. Which you're going to have to also, like I said earlier, you're going to have to make a choice. But always lead with spirit. Trust spirit on what's better for you. Don't look at just surface appearances, because you're going to have to walk away from one of the options. Choose the one that's more stable for you. And in the end, overall for this month, like, you're going to finally get back into your confidence, your power, your femininity. And you're going to realize that you don't have to always take like the strong arm approach to things. That if you are doing your inner work, things will come to you. And you won't have to chase and fight for it. It will show you, or he or she will show you, that, you know, they're willing to put in the effort and the love that you want. You might have to block communication from somebody, because they might keep the option that's not good for you, might keep trying to come back, because once you decided, like, okay, you know, this is not what I want, I need something that can fulfill me more or put in more effort, so boy, bye. After you do that, I feel like they're going to try to, or they actually might block your ass. They might get in their feelings and be like, this, you know, and block you. But trust me, that's a good thing, because it's going to push you to your own wishes fulfilled. It's going to push you towards the person that is going to be good for you. And so, let's see. You have cycles closing. You have stuff that's coming to an end. You know, stuff is coming to an end for you. And new beginnings are going to come, but you have to close out this chapter of your life first before the other stuff that can come in. And you have to heal first, because you never want to go into another relationship with baggage from a previous relationship, because those old wounds are going to be triggered, and you might mess up a really potential, like, good person just because, like, you can't get over your past stuff. And that's, you know, one of the most sad things that I see is two people that really love each other, and there's feelings there, but one person's so stuck in the past and so stuck on past hurts that they push the other person away. And it could have been a really good love story, but the person couldn't allow that new love to come in because, again, they were so stuck on past hurts. So don't let that be your story. Spiritual advice for this month. Open yourself up. And I know opening up is scary, obviously. You know, we're all so scared to be hurt and so scared to be taken advantage of. But the thing is, you have to take that risk. You have to take that risk if you want that new beginning. You have to, just like if you want a new job, you kind of have to put in the application and take the risk of them not hiring you or not choosing you. But you have to put it out there first. So look back in your past on where you actually went wrong in relationships. Not where they went wrong, because that's none of your business right now. That's on them. They will have to deal with that. They will have to deal with the karma from that. Let that go. But you need to look back on where you could have done things differently. Could have you showed more love? Did you need to set more boundaries? Did you love yourself enough? Look back on those things in order to really assess what you need to work on in order to bring in that new beginning. And when you really start focusing on yourself and where you need to look at things from more of a logical standpoint, which I know is hard. It's hard for water signs. My Venus is in Cancer, so I get it. But that's the way that you're going to have that new beginning in order, because you need to fix and heal those things that you're still holding on to, because without doing that, you're going to keep attracting the same person. Different name, but same person. Emotionally unavailable, or just things not being where they should be. Because our relationships reflect how we feel about ourselves. So you really got to be in your own self, in your own element, and from a healthy, emotional, place in order to attract that person that you want, attract that love that you want, attract that security that you want. Security is very important for Cancers. You got to feel safe. But, baby, that's a part of the journey. You have to take some leaps of faith, even though if it ends bad. Like, what's the worst that can happen? Say somebody comes along and, they're great, y'all are vibing, but you're scared to put yourself out there. You're scared to put your heart out there. All right, so then you pretty much push them away. So you're still single, or you're still not having that love. So whether you push somebody away or whether you take that risk and then reject you, you still end up alone. But you never know. You can't succeed if you don't try. If you don't try, you fail 100% of the time. Alright, so let's see what the Romance Angels have for Cancer 2018 in October. I'll do single Cancer first. Romance Angels, thank you for what you want Cancer to know in October 2018. Oh, okay, well, I meant to pull out one and I got two. So, the first one is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual types and expectations. So that's what I was just saying earlier about you're going to have choices. You're going to have choices. And the one that looks good, the one that's your usual type is the one that you're going to try to gravitate to. But you need to wait and calm down and slow down and reassess stuff, because your soulmate might, you might like tall guys, and he might be a little shorter than what you want, but he will treat you good as fuck. He might be of a different, ethnicity that you're used to, or he might just live farther away, and usually that's not your thing. So just keep an open mind. And it says romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. And I take that two ways. So this person that's going to come into your life, definitely give this person a chance. You never know until you try. But also, you need to kind of dive back into your own feelings about how you feel about romance. I know for what I've been doing lately, so I don't become real cynical and pessimistic about love, because that's a very bad cycle I have been watching the shit out of romance movies and romantic comedies, because it's just reminding me that it didn't work out for me, but shit happens. I know it's movies, but things like this happen in real life. There are beautiful love stories everywhere. And if you keep lying to yourself that you don't want it, then it won't come. But get into a place of feeling that romance and feeling that love and feeling that openness to love. Because you're going to manifest what your energy is. And if your energy is closed off from love, it's just going to be not good. It's not going to work out. Like I said, you'll end up with emotionally unavailable men. Or they might just lose interest or whatnot. Alright, for couples, let's see what we have. Couples, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Alright, well, for couples, I don't know how else to, that's pretty clear cut and dry. So the person you're with, the person you're romantically involved with, that could be the one. So you could have been doubting it lately, or maybe you've just been asking, but, definitely give this a try. Keep going with it. Seeing, don't put a guard up because you're not sure if this is the right one for you. You might be comparing this person to your exes, and you're like, well, my ex Brad used to do this for me, and this guy that I'm with now doesn't do this, or whatever. Don't do that. Don't compare or look at past loves and almost trying to find flaws in the person you're with now. Because the person you're with now, again, it could be the one. And you might feel like they don't give you the stability as other men or women have in the past, or they don't make as much money maybe as you want them to. The universe knows what it's doing. Alright? If you follow its lead and work on yourself, the thing is, you never know what could happen. Like, they could get an inheritance. They could have an idea for business that in 2 years is going to freaking skyrocket. Or, you know, maybe y'all will just have a really good life that money isn't so important. I mean, it's important. You got to pay the bills. But what good is money if you don't have love? You know, money is something that can always be made and earned. But finding love, finding true love, that's rare as fuck. So don't give up on something because things don't seem like they're in the place that it should be. So that is your reading for Cancers, October 2018. I hope this resonated. And if it didn't, like I always say, you know, take what works, leave what doesn't. Check out different readers. And, you know, maybe you'll find one that is more in your energy and more in your space. And also check out your other signs. And I hope y'all have a great October. Love and light.